Welcome to Trade Talk, the podcast where construction pros connect, share, and grow. Brought to you by Contractors Connect, this show dives into real-world issues facing today's builders on and off the job site.
Whether you're swinging a hammer, running a crew, or scaling a business, we've got the insights, stories, and expert tips to help you level up in the building industry.
I'm Sarah White.
And I'm Erin Bakker. And together, we'll be talking shop with industry leaders, tradespeople, and innovators who are shaping the future of construction.
Let's get to work. This is Trade Talk. Welcome back to Trade Talk, the podcast where construction pros connect, share, and grow. I'm your host, Sarah White.
And I'm Erin Bakker.
And today is a special day. It's International Podcast Day. And so we decided, since we are 18 episodes in now, that we should celebrate and look back at some of our favorite episodes and moments so far.
Yeah, it's been so much fun. I can't believe we've already had this many episodes. We started in maybe May.
Yep, we started in May. And so now we are on International Podcast Day, which is September 30th. And we're going to take a look back.
We've had a lot of interesting guests. Let's kind of recap.
So let's start at the very beginning. Our first episode, we had John Pugh and Catherine Green from Builders First Source on. That was our anniversary recap. We kicked things off in May, which was the one-year anniversary of our reboot.
Right.
And so John had some great things to say about what we're doing. Of course, we want to listen to good feedback.
Obviously, that's one of our favorite clips. Yes,
Right.
And he really plugged our membership program well. And he speaks the truth. So let's listen.
I've said to y'all both, $400 a year is what y'all charge.
For our membership program.
Yeah, but still,
Yes.
I'm like,
And that's like,
I don't know that I even want you saying the number because I think that they should raise it. But
Well, you better
Might
get it now.
eventually.
I mean,
We might
that is-
eventually.
for $400, you get to go to an event in whatever county you're at, because y'all are doing them in Bay County, you're doing them in Okaloosa, you're doing them in Escambia and Walton, which, you know, the Emerald Coast, there you go. That's
Right.
it.
Right.
And people can get there. I mean, I've gotten questioned by our people, you know, John, what do you think? Do you think what we, because, you know, we're the sponsor, like y'all.
Right.
You're our
Do-
presenting sponsor.
Do you think we're getting our money's worth? And I'm like, how many customers do you want me to write down that we've picked up because of this?
Right.
Big accounts.
Right.
Right.
And I said, and then when we do that, we can refer them to some of the people, the smaller accounts of ours. And, you know, if you help somebody, somebody helps you. So it
Yeah.
allows you to really, I know I already said networking, but networking and talking about the business. You know, you can come to this thing and hear about things maybe from an architect that's there,
Yeah.
or somebody that's in the concrete business.
Projects that are
Right.
just talk
Yeah.
that aren't like out yet.
That's
You kind
right.
of get
Nobody
the sneak
knows
peek.
about them.
Yeah.
So
yeah.
you know, and the early bird gets the worm.
For
so
sure.
You find out a lot. You know, and like you said, it's such a relaxed environment because it's like, you know, y'all have them at the, you know, the restaurant, bars, and entertainment. When you had
Right.
the singer, heck, y'all even let me sing one night.
We
karaoke.
did.
That
We
was,
celebrated
did.
your birthday.
yeah, we
was
did.
our most
That was
attended
fun.
event.
That was fun. So I'm excited about what y'all do. I like telling people about it, and when we get to call people up and ask them to come as our guest, you know, they come back to us, and of course they go see y'all because they want to join up.
Yeah.
You know, I don't know what the membership has done this year.
Well, we just launched the membership. It was kind of an idea we had on a whim. It had come up a few times from people. We launched it in September, and we've averaged about a new member a week.
I think we have about 60 members now.
Really?
That's awesome.
So that's not so bad. We talked about this the other day, and he said, there should be 600.
Right.
But I think, and that'd be great, but I think that it's grown in a scalable way. We've kind of figured out how to make sure that we're meeting our standards, you know, like we're doing what we said we're going to do. But I do think there's room to grow in the membership program for sure. And it is, I think the biggest thing that people want out of the membership program, we get asked constantly at the events, how do I get my logo on all those
Right.
screens? Because
Yeah.
at the events, they're scrolling logos of members. That's just members.
Right.
And sponsors at a certain level are automatic members. So
Right.
sponsors too. But people are like, how do I get up there? And it's at every event. So even if they're only attending Walton County events, we're still playing that same slideshow in Escambia
Right.
Oh, I didn't
and
know
everywhere
that.
else.
So that's
Yes.
awesome.
Well, that was interesting hearing from Catherine and John. It was a good look back.
Yeah. So It has been a year since we launched the membership program.
Yeah, it has actually.
And it's grown a whole lot. And we're now in the process of renewals for past members. And we have some exciting things in the pipeline for the future, too. So, I mean, the membership program has been really great. And it really, the benefits of the program have expanded without a price raise.
Yep.
We kept getting encouraged to raise the price, which is a strange thing.
I think it works though, and we were at 60 then, and now we're at 81. So that's great growth. And you know what? I think that we should try to get to 100.
I think we should try to get to 100 by January 1 at the very latest.
Maybe we'll have some kind of giveaway.
Let's do it.
If you're in the construction industry and your marketing feels more like a punch list than a plan, it might be time to call in the pros. At Bespoke Consulting, we help contractors and construction businesses get noticed with branding that builds trust, websites that convert, and marketing strategies that actually move the needle. Want to grow your business without wasting time or money? Start with Bespoke. Learn more at bespokeconsulting.com. Next up, we have our AI episode, which was a great one. You had your brother in town.
Right.
And he was talking about lots of great tools and apps and how contractors can use AI in ways that maybe they hadn't thought of.
Yeah, that was a cool one for me for obvious reasons. My brother is a wealth of knowledge in all kinds of weird ways. We've said that since he was little. He's like an encyclopedia. But he really, I mean, talking to him about AI is just so interesting because maybe not most people, but a lot of people are intimidated by it. And it's just so natural to him since he's known about it since the very, very, very beginning. So he gave us some great insight. So let's play a clip from that. And we're going to talk about field project managers. So this would be somebody that is, maybe it's a plumbing company, and this is who's actually going and making the calls, assessing what needs to be done, and maybe that same person is doing the work. It depends on how the company's set up. What is your advice to those people?
So one thing I think is interesting for them is the newer voice models. So I think everybody's done Siri to like write a text or email, and it'll pick up the ums and the ahs and get punctuation weird and doesn't handle jargon well. If you're talking like a street name or something like that, it tries to parse it into regular words. And it's like the weird incoherent text that you get.
Does that sound familiar? I'm pretty guilty.
Yeah.
Go ahead.
You can tell when somebody's written something in Siri. But they're great models. So there's a product called Whisper. That's an app that you can put on your phone and your computer that's that sort of experience. So you're in any app and you need to take a note or write an email or write a text or whatever it might be. But instead of just trying to record exactly what you're saying, it's reformatting it into how you actually write. So it'll get punctuation right. It handles jargon well. We've found that things like that work really well. People talk much faster than they write.
Yeah.
So you can record a lot more through voice. And with the higher quality, it's not garbage.
Yeah.
So I would think something like Whisper, somebody walking around using that to take notes, maybe they get home at the end of the day and it's time to send a report or a summary email or project update, something like that. And you've got already well-written notes that you can drop into ChatGPT or something like that and say, summarize this into an email and save a tremendous amount of time.
That's really cool. And that's something I think we both need to try, or maybe you already have. But Whisper is something that I think we could use for sure. And we do a lot of talk to texting and things like that. And we love our chat GPTs. So something that would make them more effective is a great option.
For sure. I'm a nightmare of talk to text, as you well know.
Yeah.
But Suri she doesn't do the job for me. So Whisper's really helped me a lot. And he had all kinds of other great insights on there. Everybody should tune into that one to make your job easier.
Yeah. Well, and I think too, the idea that he had about, maybe you're walking around a job site, instead of having to take notes, you can just talk to the Whisper app.
And it organizes it all for you.
Yeah, exactly. That's awesome. And maybe we can save some trees.
Exactly.
All right, our next clip is Rosa Santiago Zimmerman. She is with Build with Rosa and RSC Design and Development. She was a speaker at our Built to Lead conference, and I was the only one who sat down with her, and I wish that you guys had been there.
I know.
You were sick.
Yeah.
Lindsay, I think, was out of town, and so it was just she and I, but she had a lot of great information to share and was really helpful, I think, with especially for women in talking about setting up boundaries.
Yeah, she's a force. I've gotten to know her better since then, since I didn't meet her at the podcast with us working together for the summit, which was also your baby. And I mean, she's a powerhouse.
She really is. So let's hear what she had to say. This trip that you take every year, what made you start doing that?
I started doing that, I think I was 25.
Wow.
25. I'm only 26, just so you know. So just last year. No, I started at 25. And, you know, it's so funny. And some mothers will agree, some mothers don't. There were two things that I did. One was that trip. The other one is for Mother's Day, I did not want to be with my children.
I totally understand that.
I don't.
Yeah.
You know, it's if we look at how our society operates, for Mother's Day, the kids are with mom. Mm-hmm. And then for Father's Day, the kids are with mom. Mm-hmm. Right? Yeah. Because dad goes golfing with his buddies or fishing or whatever. And so I decided I was going to be a dude.
Yeah.
And I was going to take Mother's Day for me. So for Mother's Day, I would go away with my girlfriends. I would go away with my mother.
Yeah.
And
yeah, that's nice.
Dad kept the kids. And so again, it's creating those boundaries that may be unorthodox and society may think that's kind of weird. But for me, it worked, and it worked for our family, and people understood, hey, you know, the trip, it was just something I started at 25. And again, that coming to center, and especially once I got into, you know, both of our other industries were very high demand, very high level, especially the security firm.
Yeah.
And so you're taxed out, you're stressed out at the end of the year. And so I always took that trip in January. And it was,
especially after the holidays as a mother, that's very draining.
That's a mother with family, with the good ones, the bad ones, you know, the dynamics. That's just October through December is a lot as it is, right? And then you add children to the equation, and you add dogs, and you add all of it. And so in January, I would just be like, gotta go, peace out. I'm going for a week. And it was no communication, no anything, just me. You know, I got here and I'm heading home.
Yeah.
And so yeah, and it just made me a better human.
Yeah.
And I think my family understood that. I know they did. And they appreciated the better human that came back.
Yeah. That's wonderful. I love that. Rosa had so many great things to say, but that part about her talking about taking the solo trip and Mother's Day, I thought was really inspiring, and especially that she started doing this trip at 25.
Yeah. I mean, that she really knows herself, you know, and she sticks to what she says she's going to do, for sure. I am very inspired by the Mother's Day thing.
I think so, too. I mean, the best gift to me on Mother's Day would be to get a break.
Yeah.
And I really like the idea that she had of maybe going and doing something with your mom.
Yeah.
That way she's still celebrated, but we're just celebrating the moms and we're not doing this whole hubbub.
Yes. Like, let's all go put on fancy shirts and go, I'm talking about my boys, and go sit at some brunch and like, no.
That you have to make the reservation for.
Nobody wants to do that. I don't either. I just want to take a friggin' nap.
I wouldn't mind going to brunch or to the spa with my mom, though. That would be fun.
For sure.
I love that
I'll wear
idea.
whatever shirt is necessary.
Yes.
Want to grow your network and your business? Join Contractors Connect, the go-to networking group for professionals in the building industry. For just $400 a year, members get 4 complimentary meetup tickets per year, a featured spot in our online directory, visibility at every Contractors Connect event, and more. Whether you're a contractor, vendor, or service pro, there's a place for you here. Join today at contractors-connect.com/memberships and let's build something great together.
All right, our last clip is a recent episode, and that was Ashley Curtin. She was so great. We ended up spending 2 hours with her almost and making it into 2 episodes. And she had a lot of great things to say about leadership.
She surprised me. I mean, I mean that as a compliment. I know her from the baseball sidelines, and I thought of her for sure when we were talking, we need somebody with HR. Wow. She knows her stuff. Like,
she really does.
We're actually going to be talking to her about getting more speaking engagements so she can teach her ways. I mean, she's sharp.
She really is. All right, so let's hear what she had to say.
So I have an employee who's here, but I need them to be here. As the employer, my job is to build that bridge. I'm responsible for that, not them. And so if you start inward and go, what could I do? What tools do they need? What training do they need? How can I help you? And then you start with that, and then you get curious.
I mean, that's it. That's huge. That's what, anytime that we ever have a client or, anybody that's got a big employee problem, that is the missing piece. Like, and I know that, but I'm like really thinking through things as I sit here and listen to you.
Yeah.
I mean,
but you just pull it back, and it all goes back to accountability. We're leaders because we got here for a reason. Well, now we have this huge responsibility. I put you in this role. Maybe you're not doing great at all of it, some of it, whatever it may be. It's my responsibility to give you the tools to be good, to be great. Right. And maybe you won't. Maybe we missed something, and this isn't the role for you.
Maybe you're not the right fit.
Exactly. So then we pivot. And a lot of times it used to be that people, if you were good here, then we just slowly promote you, and then we promote you out of your skill set. Then you'd have these terrible managers who were really good at their job, 3 promotions back.
Right.
And we miss that.
Because we think moving up is your reward for your good work, but
Correct.
you're not necessarily the right person for that job.
You're kind of
You're
drowning
really
them.
great at this part of it.
Yes.
Yeah.
And so maybe you can reward people in their positions in other ways besides a promotion.
Absolutely.
Or besides being a manager or a leader.
Right. Or
Absolutely.
a pivot per se. Like they could be promoted monetarily.
Right,
Yeah.
right.
Yeah.
And again, going back to engagement. So if I know my staff member that well, that, hey, we're here, we need to be here, I've built them a bridge, I've tried to get them up to where they need to be, and it's just not working. If I'm doing my job and I'm really engaging, I know, listen, Erin's not that good at math. However,
Oh my God, you're right.
great. Erin's not that good at math. My choice is to bang my head on the table, lose her, and lose myself in the process. Or I go, but you know what? Erin is phenomenal with the customers. Phenomenal with the customers. Can I pivot? Can I move? And that's being smarter with your workforce than just going, not good, we're done.
Yeah, I think that's really important that leaders understand that you don't just hire somebody and then expect them to be excellent at their job. And if they're not performing at the level that you expect them to, it's up to you to help them get to where they need to be by providing the tools and the resources that they need to do their job better.
Right. And it kind of goes, just with human nature all around. If you want people to do better, you need to do better.
Right. And, losing people is very expensive. So
And
as
so
much
time consuming.
Right. So as much as you can do to try to get that person to fit well in their job, of course, hiring the right person to start with is important. But I think that's a good message and something that we all need to think about more.
Yeah, we see this in consultations with clients all the time that a lot of times, almost every time, it starts with the leadership. And sometimes that's a tough one, but that's how everything gets better.
Right. Those were some of our favorite moments from the first 18 episodes of Trade Talk.
Well, let's not just listen to our voices. We need to listen to the voices of our audience.
Yes. So I think that means it's time for Voices from the Booth. These are our clips from our Contractors Connect meetups. And so we've got a few lined up for you today. So let's dive right in.
Hello, everyone. We are here at AJ's in Destin at our pop-up event after a wonderful day at the Women's Summit. I've got Catherine with Builders First Source. How have you enjoyed your day?
Y'all did amazing. Do you realize that you put on an entire conference today? I was so inspired. I got to hear Rosa, I'm going to butcher her last name, but she's fantastic. I got to hear her, and I was just looking around the room, and I was like, there are so many women in here who this is just making their day, and I genuinely think impacting them.
Awesome.
So y'all did such a great job, and I'm still like adrenaline rush that we're here now at a different event. It is crowded. This is the most people I've ever seen at a Contractors Connect event.
Agree.
I know y'all want to kill me when I say this, but you might have to come to Okaloosa again and again and again.
I can't disagree, even though my team we're not going to talk about that tonight.
Yeah. A different, when y'all come up for air. Because y'all are killing it. You're doing so many good things, and we're so proud to be a part of it.
Thank you. Well, we've had a great day, and we thank you for always supporting us, Builders First Source, and we will see you at the next one, but let's go enjoy our night.
Yeah. Let's have fun. Bye.
Bye.
That was a great day. We had a wonderful summit with 150 women, and then we had a Contractors Connect pop-up at AJ's in Destin afterward, and I could not get over the line that was out the door and down the harbor.
I kept sending videos to my family of the line.
Yeah.
I was like, okay, I guess Contractors Connect is going to work.
It was crazy. We had at least 200 people.
Yeah, it was crazy. And I mean, great connections, sold out sponsorships, lots of great vendors, building supply companies and things that were there showing their stuff. It was good. I think we'll do it again.
Well, we are going to do it again, and it's going to be on September 10th. We can already tell people to save the date. Our Women's Summit will be back at Emerald Grand on September 10th, and we'll be doing the pop-up at AJ's afterwards.
Right. And you'll have the opportunity to buy sponsorships early this year. So you can even kind of work it into your 2026 budget. In 2025, we will have all of the sponsorship information for the summit and the Destin pop-up out in October.
Right. Okay, so our next clip is from our Escambia County event, and I think there are some familiar faces.
All right, let's see. She doesn't know what to do with her hands. We'll have to cut this part out. Or maybe not. So here we are tonight in the Trade Talk booth at the Escambia County event in June. I'm with Kelly Bench, the newest member of Bespoke.
Yeah.
Hey, Kelly.
Happy to be here.
And Kelly is going to talk to us a little bit about membership. So we're talking a lot about membership here tonight because we're running a special. By the time you see this video, it'll be over and you'll wish that you had come. But membership is important. Why would somebody become a member of Contractors Connect?
Yeah, well, first of all, pretty much everybody you know in the trade world is going to be part of it because you've got direct market to your clients, to other people in the industries that are going to give you referrals.
Yeah.
And where else can you get into a room with people with common goals and common businesses and talk about how to level up what you're doing?
Yeah. And the membership is only $400 a year. It's really, it's not much. And it includes 4 tickets that you can use at any Contractors Connect event. So that's $80 in value right there. So there's all kinds of different marketing perks that come with it. The biggest one that I think we get asked about, and I'm sure you'll feel the same way, is getting your logo on the screen at the events.
Yeah, absolutely. Not only that, but on our directory on our website, we push blog posts about your business. We highlight you on our social media. Those are all, great marketing tools for your business.
Yep. You get a swag bag. Yeah. Kelly's been handing out membership bags tonight. Nice. Yep.
So, got to join.
I mean, why not?
Yeah.
What are you waiting for?
Well, that was a good laugh.
Yeah, it always is. You never know what happens when I get the microphone in my hand.
Yeah, that's how I feel every time we sit down here.
Exactly. I like to keep everybody on their toes and as well as myself.
But I think that the main point of this whole episode is if you're not a member, why are you waiting?
What are you doing?
Yeah.
Isn't that what I said? What are you doing?
Join.
It's kind of obvious.
It's only $400 a year.
Right.
All right. Our last clip is Mason with Seaside Roofing. And this one, he said this was his first time coming to a Contractors Connect event. So let's see what he had to say.
Hey there, I'm Lindsay. I'm here at Escambia County Contractors Connect. I've got Mason Stewart with Seaside Roofing tonight. And I am super excited to hear a little bit about your business. Tell me about it.
Yes, ma'am. So we are a commercial and fine residential roofing contractor. We service the better part of the Panhandle, but also work down to Miami, Naples, and some of the higher end areas that are looking for our services.
Very cool. Well, I appreciate you coming out tonight. Is this your first event? I don't feel like I've seen you before.
Yeah, this is my first event. You know, I grew up in Pensacola, Florida, but as I grew in my professional career, decided to travel a little bit more, but I try to inspire some of the local guys here to come and get on the road with us and see what our industry is about.
Awesome. Well, we are super excited to have you. Thanks for joining us tonight, and I hope to see you at a future event.
That sounds great. Thank you.
Well, it's always great to have new people out. Escambia County is continuing to grow, and we're excited to see new faces out there.
Yep, that's a big focus for us this coming quarter, and next year is really developing Escambia County because it's new. It's the newest one to us.
Yeah, and there's a lot of opportunities over there, and I think that we just need to meet more people.
Exactly. Want to get your business in front of the builders who matter? Trade Talk, the official podcast of Contractors Connect, is where the industry listens in. From contractors to suppliers, decision makers across the Emerald Coast tune in, and your brand could be front and center. With sponsorship and ad spots available, it's the perfect way to reach your target audience and build trust where it counts. Learn more and advertise with us at contractors-connect.com/podcast. Let's talk trades and your business. Well, that was fun looking at the last 18 episodes. We've got plenty more ahead. I'm excited to see what the next 18 look like.
Yeah, and we have some exciting things in store. We're going to be launching a new segment with Builders First Source called Ask the Builder.
Yeah, that's going to be good. The Ask the Builder segment is part of a bigger program that we're launching called the Builders Circle. And we're doing that with Builders First Source, and we're excited to tell you more about that soon.
Yeah, it's going to be a fun project. Well, it was fun being back in the studio today. It's always a good time, and especially exciting for us to celebrate our first International Podcast Day.
Yes, it's not a holiday that I have reserved on my calendar before, but now I'm in.
From now on, we're going to
obviously
be a big part of it.
Right.
So we, of course, have to thank our guests for coming in, our listeners. You can find us on Apple, Amazon, YouTube, and Spotify, and it is very helpful if our listeners can subscribe, share with a friend, make it your profile picture, whatever you can do to help us grow.
As you can do.
Yeah.
Do the right thing.
Right. All right. We are always looking for new guests to feature. If anybody has story ideas, they can email me at sarah@bespokeconsulting.com, or if you have guest ideas, please let us know.
Sounds good. Well, talk to you next week.
Yep. See you next Tuesday. Thanks for tuning into Trade Talk, powered by Contractors Connect, where construction pros connect, share, and grow.
If you enjoyed today's episode, be sure to like and subscribe, leave a review, and share it with your crew.
Until next time,
stay sharp,
stay safe,
and keep building.